The 2026 Met Gala was supposed to be about fashion becoming art. Instead, it turned into one of the messiest celebrity nights the internet has seen in years. Before a single celebrity even stepped onto the carpet, people were already outside protesting, calling the event dystopian, out of touch, and completely disconnected from reality. Then somehow, in the middle of all that chaos, Blake Lively showed up smiling, just hours after reports exploded online that she and Justin Baldoni had officially reached a settlement. And suddenly, the fashion stopped mattering because everyone was asking the same question. What is actually happening in Hollywood right now? This year's Met Gala theme was Fashion is Art, tied to the Costume Institute's spring exhibition focused on the dressed body throughout history. And honestly, celebrities really leaned into the body part. Skeleton-inspired gowns, anatomy illusions, aging effects, dramatic silhouettes that looked almost unsettling under the flashes. Some people loved the creativity. Others thought it looked like a haunted museum exhibit. But the bigger issue was that almost nobody online was talking about the actual theme. The conversation had already been hijacked by the sponsors. Because this year, one of the biggest names attached to the event was Jeff Bezos alongside Lauren Sanchez. And the second people heard that, social media exploded. Critics immediately started questioning why one of the richest men in the world was helping headline a cultural event that already gets compared to the Capitol from Hunger Games every single year. Memes started circulating within hours. People joked that the Met Gala wasn't a fundraiser anymore. It was billionaires cosplaying as artists, while regular people struggled to afford groceries. And the backlash did not stay online. By the afternoon, protests had started forming around New York City. Anti-Bezos posters were plastered around Manhattan. Activists accused Amazon of exploiting workers, while billionaires attended one of the most expensive fashion events on Earth. Then things got even more viral when protesters started leaving fake bottles outside the Met as a reference to past allegations from Amazon workers who claimed employees were pressured so heavily that some allegedly used bottles during shifts instead of taking bathroom breaks.
We all know what's happening uptown tonight. We know.
Right.
There's one guy, one very big, very bald billionaire who wants to make the Met Gala all about him.
Ew, boo.
But what's that even about? How did an event that's supposed to celebrate creativity, artistry, and fabulousness in all genders end up revolving around this Temu Lex Luthor?
Right. Oh, right.
Who profits off of pushing working people to their very brink? How did an event that is supposed to be about celebrating our culture become a vessel for one man's ego?
That image spread everywhere online. Suddenly, the Met Gala wasn't just a celebrity event anymore. It became political. Even celebrities started speaking out. Actress Lisa Ann Walter publicly criticized Bezos' involvement, and people online immediately praised her for taking a risk by calling out powerful figures connected to Hollywood circles. A lot of viewers felt like she was saying what many celebrities were too afraid to say publicly. And honestly, that created an even bigger conversation, because people started wondering which stars quietly agreed with the protests, and which ones just wanted to avoid the drama completely. Because once fans noticed certain celebrities missing from the carpet, theories immediately started flying. Zendaya wasn't there. Olivia Rodrigo skipped. Timothée Chalamet chose to attend a Knicks game instead. And while there's absolutely no proof their absences had anything to do with the controversy surrounding the event, the internet started connecting dots anyway. That's the thing about celebrity culture now. If someone skips a major event, people immediately assume there's hidden meaning behind it. Especially during a year this controversial. And honestly, some viewers said the vibe around the Met Gala felt different this time. Less glamorous, more tense. Almost like celebrities knew every single appearance would instantly become discourse online. In previous years, attending the Met felt like an automatic win for publicity. But now, every outfit, every smile, every person you stand next to becomes a statement people dissect for days. And then Blake Lively arrived. The internet genuinely could not believe it. Because just hours before the Met Gala started, reports surfaced claiming Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni had reached a settlement regarding the massive legal situation surrounding It Ends With Us. For months, people believed this situation was headed straight toward a brutal courtroom battle. Online discussions around the film became non-stop chaos, with fans taking sides and social media turning every update into a war zone. Reports claimed the trial was only weeks away, so when news suddenly dropped that both sides had reached an agreement, people were completely blindsided. And then, Blake stepped onto the carpet, smiling like absolutely nothing had happened. People online lost it. Some viewers said she looked relieved. Others thought she looked victorious. Some even speculated the settlement may have worked heavily in her favor, though no details were publicly confirmed at the time. And because information was still limited, rumors immediately started filling the gaps. That's what always happens when celebrities stay quiet. The internet builds its own version of the story. But what really shocked longtime viewers was how surreal the moment felt compared to where Blake's public image stood just a year earlier. At one point, Blake Lively was practically royalty at the Met Gala. People waited specifically for her entrance every year. Her outfits dominated best dressed lists. Fashion pages treated her arrivals like major events. And now suddenly, she was walking into the biggest celebrity event of the year under a completely different cloud of public opinion. It almost felt like Hollywood was trying to quietly reset the narrative in real time. And honestly, the internet noticed immediately. People started posting clips analyzing her facial expressions, her body language, even the way she posed for photographers. Some viewers thought she seemed overly confident. Others said she looked nervous underneath the smile. But regardless of what anyone believed, one thing was undeniable. Blake became one of the biggest talking points of the entire night within minutes. But somehow, the fashion criticism may have been even louder, because viewers were absolutely ruthless this year. Everywhere online, people kept asking the same thing. Why was everybody wearing black? Seriously, for a theme called Fashion is Art, fans expected chaos, drama, color, risk, creativity. Instead, social media users joked that half the celebrities looked like they accidentally showed up to the same luxury funeral. Even the men got dragged harder than usual for defaulting to plain black suits again. But this time, the women were getting criticized too. Posts calling the event funeral core started trending. Others said the Met Gala had become a competition to see who can look the most expensive while taking the fewest risks possible. And honestly, some of the reactions were brutal. Cardi B's outfit sparked huge debate online, with viewers split between calling it avant-garde and calling it completely ridiculous. Katy Perry's reveal also got mixed reactions almost immediately. Some fans loved the theatrical energy, while others thought it crossed into costume territory. That's the weird thing about the Met Gala now. People no longer just admire the outfits. They treat them like sports commentary. Everyone becomes a critic for the night. But one celebrity once again managed to completely hijack the conversation without even following the event schedule: Rihanna. For a while, people genuinely thought she skipped the Met Gala entirely. The Vogue livestream was already ending. Celebrities were leaving. Fashion pages were posting their final recaps. And then, suddenly, Rihanna appeared with A$AP Rocky after the livestream had already wrapped up. And somehow, she still became one of the biggest headlines. At this point, Rihanna arriving late has basically become part of the Met Gala tradition itself. She doesn't walk into the event when everyone else does. She waits until the internet starts panicking first. And honestly, it works every single time. The second clips of her surfaced online, the conversation shifted immediately. People forgot half the earlier outfits and started talking about Rihanna again. That's the level of celebrity power she has. And weirdly enough, her late arrival perfectly summarized the entire energy of this year's Met Gala. Nothing unfolded normally. Every major moment felt chaotic, delayed, controversial, or surrounded by online discourse. Even Emma Chamberlain's continued rise through Vogue interviews became part of the conversation again. People were pointing out how an influencer who once made YouTube videos in her car somehow became one of fashion's most established red carpet personalities. And honestly, her interviews probably go more viral than some celebrities' outfits now. That's because the Met Gala itself has changed completely. Years ago, the event was mostly about fashion fantasy. Now it feels more like a live internet survival game. Celebrities aren't just dressing for photographers anymore. They're dressing for memes, TikTok edits, reaction videos, and thousands of people waiting to instantly decide whether their look is iconic or embarrassing. And this year proved that more than ever. The actual outfits almost became secondary to the scandals, the protests, the billionaire discourse, the legal drama, and the social media reactions happening in real time. Even viewers who normally love celebrity culture admitted the night felt strangely tense underneath all the glamour. Like everyone involved knew the internet was waiting to tear something apart. And honestly, maybe that's why this year's Met Gala felt so different. Because for the first time in a while, the event stopped feeling like an escape from reality. Instead, it became a reflection of everything people are already frustrated about: wealth inequality, celebrity privilege, public image manipulation, corporate influence, online outrage culture. All of it collided on one carpet. And Blake Lively showing up smiling just hours after major settlement news dropped almost became the perfect symbol of the entire night. Hollywood moves fast. Public opinion changes faster. One minute someone's career looks completely damaged. The next, they're back posing at the biggest event in entertainment like nothing ever happened. That's the real reason this Met Gala became unforgettable. Not because of the dresses, not because of the theme, but because the entire night felt like watching celebrities try to survive public opinion in real time, while the internet watched every move like a live sport. At this point, the Met Gala isn't just a fashion event anymore. It's a battlefield.